My name is Jason Grove, and I'm really excited to show you what I've been working on for the past 16 weeks, which is the wristband, an ADHD-friendly device for college students. Albert Einstein is renowned as one of the smartest people to ever exist. What many people don't know is that he had ADHD. He was very forgetful, absent-minded, and disorganized, all typical symptoms of ADHD. A few of his incredible achievements, though, are that he explained why the sky is blue, he came up with the theory of relativity, and he won the Nobel Prize in physics. This goes to show that ADHD is not something that can stop you from doing incredible things. It is an obstacle, but it's one that can be overcome. People with ADHD aren't deficient, they just have minds that work in a different way. So what is ADHD, and what does it look like to have it? Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is a chronic condition including attention difficulty, hyperactivity, and impulsiveness. It's something you are born with and can range from barely noticeable to much more severe. The two primary parts are attention and hyperactivity, but they can be seen in many different symptoms. A few of these are bringing tasks to completion, organization, timeliness, planning, and details. Others include impulsiveness, restlessness, stress, attention, and multitasking. The current solutions to ADHD are primarily medication and therapy. Most of ADHD meds increase dopamine, which helps with focus and energy levels. Depending on your medication, side effects can include trouble sleeping, decreased appetite, and general moodiness. Therapy focuses on changing behavior and encouraging positive habits and routine. This can be effective, although it is often expensive and time-consuming. Now, ADHD can affect all ages, but I saw a particular need for college students. College is an important transitional phase in kids' lives where they are learning how to function independently and have more responsibility. According to the Journal of Attention Disorders, in 2021, as many as 1 out of every 6 college students had ADHD. I interviewed lots of college students with ADHD during my research, with varying levels of severity. I noted similarities and differences in these students, and created this persona to sum up my findings. Jonathan is a new freshman in college. He's excited for this new phase of his life, but he's also apprehensive about living on his own without the support of his family and friends back home. His interests are mostly active ones, where he can get a break from school and other responsibilities. A few of his strengths are that he's energetic, very outgoing, good at making friends, and always enthusiastic and persistent when he's interested in something. A few of Jonathan's challenges are that he's distracted in school, always running late, has trouble sticking to a schedule, and his mind is always on something else. To simplify my research, I broke down ADHD into 4 pillars that I wanted to address for this project. These are distraction, timeliness, recharging, and planning. The overall problem I wanted to solve was this. College students with ADHD struggle with time management and productivity. Submitting assignments on time, learning in class, and simply focusing on tasks are all important parts of living life independently in college that can be challenging with ADHD. Now, there are a number of products out there currently that can help with these 4 pillars of ADHD to an extent. A few of them are the time timer, the foci clip, the Apple Watch, paper calendars, and digital calendars. First, the time timer is a product used to help visualize time for a task and to keep important information in front of you. It's visual and it's physical. It's not abstract, and it's also very simple. For college students, though, it's too basic for all of their responsibilities. Next, the Foci Productivity Clip is a device used for distraction prevention, productivity analysis, and mood reading. It monitors your heart rate and gives you information about yourself through the app. It's a great product, but it's too complex and involved for simple use. The Apple Watch is an extension of your iPhone that offers reminders, other productivity features, and time management. For my purpose in this project, the Apple Watch offers too many features, though. This can lead to further distraction as well as being expensive. The paper calendar offers no distractions. It's simple to use, personal. However, it can be messy and inconvenient to carry around with you. Lastly, digital calendars, unlike paper ones, are editable, portable on your phone, and allow you to set notifications. However, these can be overwhelming with details and distracting as they are on your phone and your computer. All these products have benefits for productivity and focus to a degree, but they all fall short in different ways for ADHD users specifically. Researching these products led me to some important conclusions about my solution. While some product designs seek to have as many features as possible, I wanted to design something with just a few features that did its job really well and intentionally did not do other things. Tracy Otsuka, an attorney, entrepreneur, and ADHD expert, said, "The key to any application for our ADHD brains is really how quickly you can get it in and out of it, because that's the only way we'll muster up the patience to actually use it." I needed to design a device to help students focus, plan, and use their time better in a simple and easy way without distraction. A few product possibilities I explored to accomplish this were a pop-up phone case, a desk clock, and an electronic time card. I came to the conclusion that the best solution would be a wearable band, since it is always with you and it's easy to access. I ideated on this idea until I settled on a design that fit ADHD users the best. This is the Boost Band, an app-connected wristband for ADHD students to boost their productivity, planning, and efficiency. Now, this is not a complete solution to ADHD. Rather, it's an aid to help people develop productive habits. So how will it do this? The answer is by addressing those 4 pillars of ADHD: distraction, timeliness, recharging, and planning. First, to prevent distraction, it uses a progress bar made up of LED lights to visually represent time for tasks. It also taps you at set intervals during tasks to keep you on track. When things come to mind throughout the day, a voice recorder will allow you to note that for later without having to take out your phone. This is important since smartphones are one of the biggest distractions to productivity. For timeliness, the Boost Band offers event and preparation reminders. This is done through simple and easy planning in the app. An important aspect of ADHD is recharging between tasks. Depending on the person, users need more time for a break as they have been pushing themselves harder, mentally. The LEDs offer a way to include those breaks for recharging between tasks and stay mentally fresh. Lastly, the Boost Band app allows users to easily plan tasks and events in a quick and simple way so that they will stay on schedule. So how will the band and its features be used on a daily basis? We're going to walk through our college freshman Jonathan's day to see how it will help him. Before he starts his day, Jonathan will open the Boost app. I designed it to only be needed at the beginning and the end of the day to keep him distraction-free and off his phone as much as possible. On the home screen, you will see his current task, upcoming ones, and the menu at the bottom of the screen with 3 tabs: the master list, task list, and events. Starting out, he will go to the master list. Here he will add tasks that don't have immediate urgency. Anything he knows he needs to do at some point, he will record here. On the day that he needs to do one of these tasks, he can easily move them to the daily task list, which he will open next. Here, Jonathan can quickly make a list for the day. Instead of planning exactly what time he will start and end each task, he will set an estimate of how much time he thinks he needs to complete it. He can see these estimates represented with the green circles here on the screen. When he adds a task, he will use the time wheel to set the amount of time. A challenge for ADHD students is starting larger tasks because they can feel overwhelmed and unclear of where to start. The breakdown feature will help by giving him the option to split these tasks into smaller pieces and setting times for those. Just by thinking of a task as small ones put together, getting these done can make it become much more doable. Lastly, if he has any time-sensitive events, he can add these to the Events tab. He will write down the event, set the time and date, and then add any specific reminders for before the event. These can be anything from reminders to bring something with him or just to mentally prepare. From my research and personal experience of being late, I learned that the reason for tardiness is not simply leaving on time, but knowing and giving yourself time to prepare. These reminders will help ADHD students prepare to be timely. Once he has set his tasks and events set, Jonathan can press start on the band and begin his first task. When he does this, he will see the progress bar start to move as the time he has set for the task advances. This is going to give him a sense of how much time he has left in a visual way, rather than just a number. As he works, the band will tap him at intervals he can set in the app to notify him how much time he has left and to keep him from getting distracted. Throughout the day, interruptions will inevitably come up that Jonathan will have to attend to. Anytime this happens, Jonathan can pause the task. By learning his personal work speed and for the types of tasks that he does, the band will be able to adjust his times to keep him on track without forcing him to work much later. In addition, it will help Jonathan periodically to remind him to return to the task he has paused. When he remembers something else he needs to do, he can simply press one of the buttons on the sides of the watch and speak into it to record this for later. For time-sensitive events, he will press the left button. This will dictate his voice note into the Events tab in the app. For tasks that aren't time-sensitive or other thoughts, he will use the right button, and these will be dictated into the master list. When Jonathan completes a task, the recharge screen will pop up, and the progress bar will start moving in the opposite direction to visualize his break time. By purposefully planning time to mentally recharge, Jonathan will keep his mind fresh and be able to focus better on his next task. At the end of the day, Jonathan can open the app to see a completion evaluation. Here he can see how long it took him to complete everything and how he could plan tomorrow differently. One thing that stuck out to me in my research was how different each student's needs are. Because of this, I included plenty of customizability in the app. You can adjust the times for event reminders, you can change how the band notifies you, and you can also adjust how much time you need to recharge between tasks, based on your personal needs. Now, I would like to show you a few other features the band offers, as well as the app. Similar to how iPhones make suggestions based off how you use your phone, Boost will learn one's basic time usage habits. By recording how long certain types of tasks take for the user, it can recommend appropriate time lengths for tasks as well as readjust your daily schedule when interruptions present themselves. This will also allow it to tap you more frequently at points in the day when you are generally more distracted. Charging on the go is important since you want to have your band with you throughout the day. Using PowerShare technology that exists in most new smartphones today, the Boost band will be able to charge by simply placing it on your phone. Addressing the construction of the band, the LEDs in the band are quite small, but these are actually common and very cheaply made today. The band and casing for the watch is made up of an elastomer, which is a pliable plastic to wrap around your wrist. The watch itself is a polycarbonate that protects the internals, but is produced at a low cost as well. You can see all these internal components here, which include a battery, motherboard, screen cover, etc. So to recap, the Boost Band is an aid for ADHD college students. It addresses the 4 pillars of ADHD, which are distraction, timeliness, recharging, and planning, through the features that I've explained. With its simple yet thoughtful design, the Boost Band will be able to help college students focus, plan, and use their time better in an easy and simple way that empowers them to live to their full potential. Thank you.